Welcome yogis to YOGATX. My name is Savannah and today we are going to get grounded on our mat or on our floor. I know this time of year can kind of have us all over the place. Maybe our minds are a little bit foggy or sporadic. Maybe we have a lot of things on the to-do list around holiday season. So we can start to feel a little bit airy in the mind or a little bit too spacious in our actions or maybe even sporadic. So we'll take some time to ground all of our energy and really bring it down to the ground to feel the support of the earth. And if you'd like, it might even be really helpful if you grab a pillow for today's practice to kind of fill in the gaps in between the body so we can really just rest into these postures. This practice will be really awesome for someone who is just feeling like they're a little anxious, or maybe they just want to get ready for bed. Or maybe their mind's just all over the place and they don't know what to do. So they're like, let me get on YouTube and go to my favorite channel and find a video to do. Well, we're here for you. So we'll go ahead and start on our hands and knees in the tabletop pose. And I really like this technique. It's called Chakra Vikashana, to kind of tone down the energy level of my body. And it's all about finding the breath and then moving with the breath. So you can take a couple minutes just finding the breath, a couple moments to just find the breath here and set up a rhythm with it. As you inhale, feel the ribs expand, maybe the belly expands. As you exhale, draw the belly in. Feel the air flush out of the nose. 2 more breaths, establishing a rhythm, inhaling to expand the chest, expand the belly. Exhale, belly draws in. Air washing out of the nose. 1 more breath in through the nose. This time as you exhale, draw the belly in. Start to sit the hips back about 1/3 of the way towards the heels. Stop once you find 1/3 of the way. Let the weight of the head draw towards the mat, lengthening the back of the neck. As you inhale, unfurl the spine, reaching it out long. Exhale, belly draws in, hips sit back about halfway here, weight of the head drops. Inhale, unfurling the spine, coming to a length. Exhale, belly draws in, hips sit back, weight of the head falls. So start to find the rhythm of your own breath, moving with it, inhaling to lengthen the spine and coming towards the tabletop. Exhaling to move towards a child's pose without dropping the heels all the way. 3 more rounds on your own breath. See how slow you can move. Notice how many sensations you can detect or how many subtleties you can pick up on here. One last time. If the toes are tucked, go ahead and untuck the toes. Start to shift the hips back. This time we'll go all the way in towards a child's pose. You can rest the chest on the thighs, or if you have a pillow, you can start to get comfy and extra grounded by drawing that up and allowing the weight of the head to fall onto the pillow. And go ahead and let the forehead fall towards the mat. And let the jawbones become heavy, relaxed here. Feel the shoulder blades become soft around their edges, muscles relaxing along the length of the spine. As you inhale, maybe you can feel the belly pressing into the thighs, back of the body expanding. As you exhale, draw the belly away from the thighs and towards the spine. Maybe you can start to hear the breath coaxing the back of the throat as you breathe in and out. Walk the hands over towards the right side, just far enough to get a stretch in the left side body. As you breathe in, feel the left side of the rib cage expand and widen. As you exhale, surrender the weight of the body towards the mat. Really ground yourself with the out breath. You can start to walk the hands over towards the left side of the mat. Maybe picking the forehead up and then relaxing it back down as you shift the arms over. Taking a couple breaths in here to expand the right side of the body. Feel that side of the body grow. As you exhale, feel the support of the floor. You can start to walk the hands back to center. Walking the hands back towards the knees. We'll shift our hips over towards the right and extend our legs towards the left. The knees will be bent, and you'll find the right sole of the foot to meet the left thigh. You can walk along the length of your mat, or you can kind of just walk off the mat if you don't mind. But we'll start to walk away from our left thigh, finding as much length possible. So instead of just dropping down right here to our forearms, see if you can walk a little bit further, and then maybe you come down to your forearms. And again, if you have that pillow there for you, feel free to bunch it up, lay one side of the head down on the pillow, and start to ground yourself through the breath once more. Noticing as you're inhaling, feeling the air evenly come in through both nostrils. And as you're exhaling, slowing the breath down, so resisting the urge to just release the entire breath at one time, but slowing it down as you release it out. You should be feeling a nice stretch along the left hip all the way up towards the left armpit. And as you breathe in, it expands that stretch. It might even emphasize that stretch. As you exhale, start to press the hands in the mat. Shift the legs over towards the right. The left sole of the foot will come in contact with the right thigh, and we'll start to walk away from the outside of our left thigh. So again, you can kind of walk off the mat if that's the direction that you're moving, or you can stay on the mat. Make sure to really reach long with the hands, maybe placing the pillow underneath your chest or your head. Slowly coming down towards the forearms, or maybe the forehead drops. And then right away finding the breath. The mind will have an urge to create chatter, but see if you can wash that chatter over with the sound of the breath. Begin to press into the hands, helping yourself up towards the hips. Situate the hips to be parallel with the top of the mat, and we'll extend our legs out. If you have a pillow here, this will be really helpful. This is my favorite way to take a forward fold. I stuff the pillow underneath my knees so that there's enough of a bend for my legs to relax and my lower back to kind of soften. And then I'll start to reach my lower belly towards my upper thighs. I like to wiggle my ribs towards the top of my knees so that I find a lot of length in my spine, and then just drape the hands over. So instead of reaching for the feet and causing any more stress in my neck, I'm just going to let them release alongside my shins or my ankles, releasing my chin towards my chest. Let the weight of the head become heavy so that you can feel the sensation of the spinal cord lengthening in between the shoulder blades along the back of the neck. Notice any urges to resist the stretch, and see if you can use your breath to settle into the stretch a little bit more. Maybe you can start to puddle your exhales out a little bit longer, a little bit slower, finding that true grounding effect of your out breath. With every in-breath, feel the back of the body expand, feel the belly press into the thighs. As you exhale, feel the weight of the head fall a little bit further. Maybe your shoulders can melt a little bit more. We'll begin to walk our hands back towards our hips, lifting up our torso. Grab the pillow from underneath the knees, and if you're using a pillow, go ahead and set it behind your back. Reach the hands forward, lower the back onto the pillow or the mat. Extend the arms out. Walk the feet in towards the hips, joining the soles of the feet to fan the knees out and towards a diamond shape. Here you can let the knees kind of wobble back and forth, loosening up the inner thighs. Find the sound of your breath. Notice how it feels to breathe in and out of the nose. And start to cultivate what we call in yoga samavriti, so balanced breath. As you breathe in, counting up from 1, maybe reaching up to 3 or 4. And as you breathe out, count down from 3 or 4, whatever you counted up to on your inhale. Doing this will cause your inhales and exhales to be the same length. Trying some ease into the body so that we're not holding our breath, but instead just kind of settling in, finding our personal flow to root into. We'll bring the right hand on top of our chest, left hand on our belly. Begin to close the knees, separating the heels a little bit wider than our hips, and just let the knees rest into each other here. As you inhale, feel the expansive nature of your breath as it expands out into all directions. And as you exhale, feel as if the body is just pedaling onto the mat and into the rest of the room. Keeping the eyes closed or with a soft gaze to help silence the mind. Just focusing on how it feels to be supported by the pillow, the mat, the ground, the earth. Knowing that everything that you could ever need, you already have, you just have to realize. Taking a couple more moments of silence here. Letting yourself uncover the stillness that lies beneath the thousands of thoughts that we create for ourselves each day. As you're ready, you can start to press yourself up towards a seated position, or maybe pause the video or silence the video if you'd like to stay here a little longer. Take your time getting up, move mindfully and slowly, not disrupting this calm state that you've produced for yourself just yet. Noticing the quality of your breath and seeing if you can carry this out with you off the mat and into the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Bring both palms to touch. Draw the thumbs to the space in between the eyebrows. Know that you can always come back to this video when you're needing to feel grounded, when your mind is feeling sporadic, when the body is feeling anxious. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for spending some time grounding your body during this time of year. I know it can be hard to find a reason or find time for yourself, but you deserve it. No one is more deserving of your love than you. I hope you come back and join us again. Subscribe if you haven't. We have about 3 videos coming out new each week, so it'll be awesome to have you practicing here with us. Go ahead and leave a comment and let me know you watched, or head on over to Instagram and follow me on Savannasana to keep up with my live classes and workshops. Namaste. Have a great day. And the inside of our right thigh. You can even scooch and you can widen the ankle, even if you just want to bring the left heel into the left hip flexor, that works as well. From here, we're going to plant our left hand behind our left hip. Maybe it's behind the left thigh, right? It's different for everyone. As you inhale, reach up through the right fingertips, and as you exhale, bend